What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, looks like undefeated, retired, legendary, iconic Hall of Fame superstar boxer turned promoter and founder of Mayweather Promotions, none other than Floyd Mayweather Jr., 50-0, the man known as Money, looking to stage a comeback fight, right? A rematch with USC legendary, iconic, future Hall of Fame superstar in Conor Mcgregor. Okay, so Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, they already faced off in the past, okay, in which they was the second highest grossing fight in the history of the sport of boxing. Okay, it did 600 million in revenue generated. It did some massive pay-per-view numbers. Okay, it comes only second to Floyd Mayweather's mega showdown with legendary 8 division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Okay, so it came only second to that. Okay, it did massive amounts of numbers. Now we know UFC president Dana White, he says that, you know, he has no interest in making a fight happen. Okay, so Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor did 4.3 million domestic pay-per-view buys, second highest in the history of the sport of boxing, with 600 million in revenue. So looks like they have worked something out for Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather to do business later on in the spring of this year. Well, now it's gotten even more interesting, because now Floyd Mayweather says that he wants to do a passing of the torch. This is his last official fight, so it's looking like it's going to be a 10-round fight with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, a rematch of their initial fight. Okay, and he says he wants to do a passing of the torch situation. Now, they fought again August of 2017. Floyd Mayweather, he knocked out Conor McGregor in the fight. You know, so the fight was 5 years ago. So Floyd Mayweather says this is his last official fight. So he wins this fight, he'll be 51-0. Okay, and so, but he wants to do a passing of the torch with his undefeated 3-division world champion superstar boxer who signed to Mayweather Promotions in Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Okay, so now what's interesting to note here is that Gervonta Tank Davis, he fought on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor first fight. Okay, in which, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, he missed weight in that fight, you know, which was, again, the second biggest fight in the history of the sport of boxing, was Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, and Gervonta Tank Davis was on the undercard of that fight. Okay, and you know, he was supposed to, you know, he missed weight on that card. He faced off against Francisco Fonseca. You know, he got a TKO victory. Okay, and he was showcasing his talents. But now Floyd Mayweather, he wants to put Gervonta Tank Davis on the undercard of this one, the second one, once again, and he wants to call it passing of the torch from himself to Gervonta Tank Davis, with Gervonta Tank Davis fighting undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar, title contender, King Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is 23 wins, no loss and no draw. He is 19 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's coming off of a dominant performance, a knockout victory in which he dropped Javier Fortuna 3 times and stopped him in the 6th round of their fight. Okay, Gervonta Tank Davis, May 28th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, he brutally knocked out fellow stablemate, lightweight title contender, star boxer Rolando Rolly Romero in the 6th round of his fight. Okay, we know Floyd Mayweather has a history with Ryan Garcia's promoter, his biggest rival, which was, you know, Olympic gold medalist, 5-division world champion, Mexican superstar, Hall of Fame, iconic boxer, turned promoter and founder of Golden Boy Promotions in Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, he stated that he wanted to do a rematch with Floyd Mayweather. You know, he said, let's do, you know, a rematch on the card. But it looked like Floyd Mayweather was going to take the idea and run with it and place Gervonta Tank Davis on the undercard of his fight, you know, with Conor McGregor. and call it the passing of the torch fight, okay? His last official fight, and officially passing the torch to Gervonta Tank Davis. At that point in time, when Gervonta Tank Davis fought Francisco Fonseca, you know, he wasn't, you know, as disciplined as he is now. He's not in the headspace he is now, you know, and he's committed to the sport differently than he was then. Now, what's interesting is Gervonta Tank Davis seems to be at odds with Floyd Mayweather, okay? He seems like, you know, like they, you know, there's some tension between the two, okay? And it seems like, you know, recently when Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, he made some comments about Floyd Mayweather, you know, making comments about him, okay? What happened was, you know, Floyd Mayweather recently did an interview with Fight Hype, and he discussed, you know, he talked about Gervonta Tank Davis fighting against Ryan Garcia, him and Oscar De La Hoya going back and forth in the public, and Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia saying the fight have to take place at junior welterweight, 140, and Floyd Mayweather saying no, that's not the case, it's got to take place at 135. And you know, he said that, you know, we're the A side, so on and so forth. And Gervonta Tank Davis, he put up a post, said the fight is closer than ever, it definitely can happen, and he stated that if everybody does what they're supposed to do, they can make this fight happen, right? So he stated that, you know, they definitely can make this fight happen, you know, and he said that, you know, he said that they could definitely make this fight happen, and he stated that, you know, if everybody involved does what they're supposed to do, they for sure can make this fight happen. And with that said, Tank Davis at the end responded and said, and can somebody tell old boy or this dude, or however he described him, you know, to stop speaking for me, stop putting, you know, stop talking for me. Again, seems like he's referring to Floyd Mayweather, you know, making the comments he made about the fight with Ryan Garcia. So Gervonta Tank Davis is already a pay-per-view star. Gervonta Tank Davis is already doing big numbers. He reportedly did anywhere from 350 to 400,000 pay-per-view buys. He already did the biggest gate at the Barclays Center for a boxing event in the history of their history with the sport of boxing, doing a $5 million gate with Rolly Romero. So he's already a pay-per-view star, you understand? But is he Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view star status? No. Okay, will this elevate his status? Absolutely, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, again, he fought on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather's fight, and you know, Floyd Mayweather co-signs him, and Floyd Mayweather is still the biggest grossing, the biggest recognizable, the biggest superstar in the sport of boxing, still today at age of 45. So, you know, it would benefit Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, how does this work with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy and DAZN? Because DAZN is going to want to be involved, okay? DAZN is going to want to, you know, put their stamp on it. You know, Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya is going to want to put their stamp on it. You know, so how does this work? Because clearly this is going to be a Mayweather Promotions, this is going to be his show, right? For him to be fighting officially, you know, it's one thing when he does exhibitions, but it's a whole nother ball game where you got Floyd Mayweather officially fighting on this card, okay, for his last fight, and garnering the attention he wants to garner. Again, like I said, for Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, this will work wonders. It would do wonders for them. If you had any questions, would their fight be a success? Putting it as a co-main event to this card, there's no question it's going to do huge numbers. No question it's going to be a success. No question Floyd Mayweather is going to introduce both guys to a whole different demographic of fans. There's no question, you know, that this would work wonders, especially for the winner of the fight. Especially, which I highly expect Gervonta Tank Davis to do, but it would work miracles and wonders for the winner of this fight. Okay, Floyd Mayweather, like I said, he's already co-signed, and he's already put Gervonta Tank Davis co-main event and put him in position to, you know, directly pass him the baton. But this would be on a whole nother level, right? Because again, Gervonta Tank Davis was nowhere near established as he is today's time when he fought in 2017, 5 years ago. Okay, he was only 22 years of age. Ryan Garcia clearly wasn't in the limelight like he is today, you know. And Francisco Fonseca is nowhere near the star Ryan Garcia is. So the fact that you put these two together along with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, the press conference would be ridiculous. It would be absolutely insanity. You put the press conference with Conor McGregor, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, it would definitely get up there. I don't know if it'll rival what Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor did, 4.2 million pay-per-view buys, especially in today's climate and market. I don't know if it will rival that. I don't know if it'll get up there, but it'll definitely do a million pay-per-views, and it'll definitely generate tons and tons of money, for sure. So we got to see how this unfolds and plays out. But it looks like that's what Floyd Mayweather says he wants to do, a passing of the torch, and name it the passing of the torch from himself to Gervonta Tank Davis. So we got to see how this unfolds and plays out. But it would be huge in my opinion. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Road. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.